Everybody. Today, I am going to talk about the most important news in the world. I choose two news. The news can find in these links. The first news is about the perception of President Vladimir Putin. Nowadays, the world is worried for the decisions of different governments involved in the war, in the Ukraine war. Okay, in summary, the war is between Russia and Ukraine. Uh, and BBC talk with politicians of USA. Some countries believe that Vladimir Putin can be able to give a nuclear order. And for example, the President Joe Biden believed that also the article mentioned about President Putin um, about and said and did bad decisions, and these decisions have terrible consequences, like the loss of big uh, number of soldiers in Ukraine for his bad decisions. And okay, this article was created in by BBC in 2015 to 2022. Um, this newspaper presents Russia like a bad guy, and also omit the Ukrainian opinion and present the USA country like a hero. And okay, next new it's about a fallout shelter. The context of this new is playing the history in USA and how is the best way to protect from some war, war or global crisis. So the fallout in USA started in 1947 and finished in 1991. It's a special period. In this period, developed the Cold War. The Cold War consists in Force and USA show the weapons and show the power of, with his weapons to um, avoid a war. And the first fear in the global in the global war is a nuclear war, because the war was destroyed, but thanks of God didn't happen. So now this fear is also come back in between governments and some people in other countries. For example, in Norway and Switzerland have fear, and government recommend buy jodo pills in for that case. Okay, the context: Force and USA government have this kind of war, and is in this period of the time have a similar situation that the currently situation, like Cuba missiles crisis name. That occasion, Russia put some nuclear missiles in Cuba. I'm not sure if I put or tried to put, but USA was so worried and fight that Russia didn't do that. To finish this context, Russia didn't, didn't do that, and the peace in the war continue. So now it's the same case because Ukraine government joined OTAN, and the OTAN wants to put nuclear missiles in Ukraine. Vladimir Putin thinks is a bad idea because if nuclear missile go to Ukraine, go from Ukraine to Russia, and the time of reaction is about 5 minutes. It's really nothing to the capacity, the reaction capacity to reaction to send more missiles or avoid with special weapons the nuclear missile. Okay, let's continue. What is the truth in the newspaper? Newspaper say that uh, for this fear, the USA government create a lot of shelter, a lot of shelter, and this shelter nowadays is sold, or some are abandoned, or some are abandoned, or other function like warehouse. You can find shelter with first aid kits, meals, and all provisions because it's so expensive. Re- it's so expensive to pick these provisions, and for that reason, the government prefer abandon this fallout shelter. This shelter was created to send a point of calm, and the citizens uh, feels feel and the citizens feel protect for the government. But the truth is that the US government have um, really few shelters that have able to protect the people because government create a lot of fallout shelter, but few shelters have the capacity to don't be destroyed in case of nuclear bomb um, impact. So main idea of this shelter that was created is um, and these citizens. Um, it's a big lie. Some citizens died in that shelter. And that's it. No more about this notice. The main topic of the first new is about the fears of possibility nuclear war. The second new is about history and the necessity of fallout shelter in the USA government. And my supporting ideas is both news are in the same context of the war. Eh, I think the news linking or connect with the context would after present their ideas like the best option, like the best option, um, and both governments do something in secret and present the ideas in newspapers, like present present their ideas in the newspapers to change the global opinion. It's a politic strategic work, politic strategic. And in conclusion, I choose this news because it's so important to know, and also it's important uh, understand the situation because it's not near uh, my country, but these decisions in Europe affect our country, the economy, the environment, and stuff like that. And I think people used to used to feel with fear in in Cold War period, and this feel new comeback between the people around of the world. So that's it. Thank you for hearing me, and see you later.